It's fourth quarter. There's 3 weeks left in the year. The time clock is ticking down. In football, you either own the clock or the clock owns you. And if you're in the operations supply chain space, how you lead right now decides if you win the year or you run out of time. See, this is crunch time. I've been there. Year-end shutdowns looming, KPIs still staring you right in the face, and you and your team, you're running on fumes right now. How you manage these next 3 weeks will define your legacy at the end of the year. Hi, I'm Miles Threat. Thank you for joining me for Legacy Leaders Lounge today. I help operations, manufacturing, supply chain leaders build adaptive, high-performing teams that deliver results even in the midst of the chaos. Do me a favor, hit that like button and subscribe to my channel, and let's dive back in. So what does the final quarter really look like on the ground for you right now? Let's break it down. See, the pressure's on. There's no margin for error for you because, hey, we're in the final part of the fourth quarter right now of this year. If you're in manufacturing space, shutdowns are looming, and you're racing against that clock to get your KPIs. Fatigue is real. You're tired. Your team is tired. Most of them are checking out because, hey, it's holiday time, or maybe you just went through a bunch of layoffs and your team is checked out as well. Either way, you're in the final minutes of the fourth quarter right now. If you're in the supply chain space, you got that holiday surge right now, extra hours, end of the year inventory you got to account for, higher stress, and everyone is thinking about time with their family or having time to go get that last minute Christmas gift before the stores close. No matter which side you're on, time management is everything right now. I remember years starting strong, going good, lost the game in the final minutes because I fumbled the clock. And right now, you don't want to fumble the clock. So don't let that clock beat you. So how are you going to make the most of every second right now? Here's my clock management framework. See, when that clock is running down, you need a game plan, not guesswork. You need your own 2-minute drill right now. You need to identify the top 2 or 3 goals that you got to make sure you hit before the end of the year. These are your must-do items, and you got to be ruthless and cut everything else. Stop wasting your time in useless meetings right now. And use a daily timeout to huddle your team together and recalibrate so that you can keep yourself and everyone on target. You also need a timeout strategy. Know when you are going to pause. Pause for yourself. You got to spot burnout for yourself and for your team, and spot it early and take some action. And sometimes the best play is to call that timeout, regroup, and protect your and your team's energy. Final principle is the Eisenhower Matrix. Described it in my book, The Adaptive Edge, Leading with Purpose in Turbulent Time. It's on page 24 and 25. And if you DM me Matrix in the comment, I'll send you a free copy of the Eisenhower Matrix so you can utilize it for yourself. Here's how it works. You've got to identify the important versus the urgent. And what is it that you must get finished in Q4? And what can wait till January? Don't waste your time on that stuff that can wait till January. Go all in on what you need to finish in Q4 and focus and prioritize on that. Don't try to remember all this. Just DM me Matrix and I'll send you a free copy of the Eisenhower Matrix. You can't win if you're playing every down or possession like it's life or death. Just last year, I was helping a manufacturing company prepare for their physical inventory and design training to help them win at the end of the year. I helped them cut their physical inventory time in half through the training that we implemented because we focused on the right plays and not every play was important. And when that clock is running down, you got to be of the mentality less is more. But let's get real. By now, fatigue really has set in, and disengagement is creeping its ugly head in. But here's how we're going to lead through it. If your team is checked out, it's time for you to spark a comeback. And the way you do that is you start recognizing those small wins. Acknowledge them throughout the day. You have to celebrate the progress that everyone is making towards the goal. We're not just celebrating crossing the finish line. We're celebrating the small little things people do every day. And you got to share your own struggles. Year-end exhaustion is real. You can't fake energy, but you can spark it. I've been there. I've led teams myself, and we were gassed as December rolled in. To acknowledge the grind and spotlight the small wins that we were making each day and every day. By each and every individual, point them out. And that is what brought the team back to life. Those finish lines, they are crossed one step at a time. So make those small steps. Acknowledge those small wins. Now here's a hot take that's going to ruffle some of your feathers right now. More hours don't always mean more results. Smart work over hard work. I'm not against working hard, but if you're not being smart about it, you're wasting your time. Sometimes the best move you can make is to step back, regroup, and let your team recover. See, grinding it out all the time isn't leadership. Discernment is. One thing you can do for yourself, and I've seen it done before in the past, is as you get to December, you cut out all that extra time. Watch your productivity go up. And the reason why that happens is people will have fuel left in the tank for them to finish. Right now, you need to protect your team's energy just like you protect the bottom line. But leadership isn't just about the scoreboard. It's about your legacy. Let's talk faith, family, and while we're really in the game. Don't lose what matters most while you're chasing what matters right now. You need to set some boundaries. Give yourself some space and give your team permission to unplug. Make sure you schedule your own time out so you have time to rest and reflect. And don't sacrifice the 5 F's. And the 5 F's are what I call faith, family, finances, fitness, and fun. Those are the 5 F's I see are crucial for you building that lasting legacy. The legacy, it isn't built in overtime moments. It's built in how you finish. I've gone hard after goals, missed family times to try to reach those important KPIs for someone else, to fulfill someone else's dream. But I tell you what, I'll never do that shit again because a sacrifice isn't worth it. So you can win at work and lose at life if you don't guard your time. And if you win at work and lose at home, you lost. Ready to take action? Here's how you finish strong right now. Implement my Q4 playbook. Determine what your 2-minute drill is. Those 2 or 3 top priorities, top goals you must get done before the end of the year. Have you a timeout strategy so you can rest and recuperate. Implement the Eisenhower Matrix. I talked about my book, The Adaptive Edge, Leading with Purpose in Turbulent Time. The link to the book is below. DM me Matrix, and I'll send you a free copy of the Eisenhower Matrix for you to implement for yourself right now. Your goal, finish strong, lead well, and make every minute count as you finish out this year for yourself. I'm Miles Threat. Thank you for joining me for your Legacy Leaders Lounge. You can find me on LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook. Got my own webpage. Everything's in the description below. Who's ready to run their 2-minute drill and finish the year like a real champion? I'm Miles Threat. Thank you for joining me today. I'll see you in the next episode. Let's win together.